Patrick Cantlay didn't always have it easy, but he's still one of the most successful golfers of our time. Let's look into his biography, lifestyles, and net worth. His early years. Born in 1992, Patrick was in unquestionably favorable beginning circumstances. Visiting the course with his grandson, Patrick, while he was still a toddler, was something that Pat Nayland, Patrick's grandfather, did. Patrick's father, Steve Cantlay, is a past club champion at Virginia Country Club in Long Beach, where Patrick grew up. Unfortunately, Virginia Country Club was a breeding ground for traveling professionals at the time. Paul Goydos is the author of this work. Peter Tomasula is a writer and actor from New York City. John Cook is a fictional character created by author John Cook. John Mallinger is a fictional character created by author John Mallinger. John Merrick is the author of this work. Cantlay began competing against Miles when he was 12 years old, who was himself a former prodigy. Even though Miles was only using a 3-wood to play the kid, it was only a matter of time before the pupil outperformed the teacher. The choice between Maître d' and serve it to local Catholic high schools with outstanding athletic programs in the near future became clear to Cantlay. Following high school, Patrick Cantlay was selected to play on the Walker Cup team in 2011 with Russell Henley and Jordan Spieth. By the way, did you know about his early years? Let us know in the comments section down below. Most importantly, Cantlay was interested in learning what it would take to make the varsity team in the future. After a brief pause, Jocko said that he would first prioritize making the freshman squad, followed by the junior varsity, and if his scores were high enough, he would be invited to a varsity audition. Cantlay did in fact choose Servite, and Jocko now claims that he was merely fortunate. Cantlay recalls shooting 1 or 2 under par on the first day of freshman trials, according to his recollection. Later in the week, he shot 1 or 2 under par on the second day. Jocko was the one who brought the kid up to the varsity level. When they arrived to Western Hills Country Club for their first varsity match on a chilly, dreary day in February, it was to face off against a formidable course that was held US Open qualifiers in the past. Cantlay was approaching the end of his high school career when he had a growth spurt. After winning the California State High School Championship, Cantlay advanced to the semifinals of the United States Amateur, where he lost to Peter Ullin and narrowly missed out on a Masters invitation. Despite the fact that his parents had chosen USC, Cantlay chose UCLA, where he went on to win the Fred Haskin and Jack Nicklaus honors at the National's Best Collegiate Player. And that was only the beginning for him. Cantlay's 60 at the 2011 Travelers Championship hinted at an explosive future, as he appeared to have an almost limitless upside at his peak. Miles would tell you that Cantlay is better than any of his contemporaries with whom he grew up, including Tom Lehman, Corey Pavin, Jay Delsing, and Steve Pate. But now everything continued to work out great during his career. Cantlay made the decision to go pro following his sophomore year in June of 2012. He would work his way via the web.com tour, and he would occasionally take advantage of sponsors' exemptions to enter events on the major tour circuit. The Fort Worth Invitational, where he was leading the 2013 web.com money list when he came, gave him the sensation that someone had put a knife into his back as he warmed up before the second round, he recalled afterwards. He withdrew, but his troubles were just getting started. A little hiatus turned into a 7-month hiatus, and his back was still not feeling well. Cantlay struggled in 2014, making 6 mainly ineffective outings on the PGA Tour. He missed the entire 2015 season, and he was still not feeling well at the start of 2016. The body had forsaken him after he had developed a golfing mind that was unlike everyone else's. After that, catastrophe struck. The two men had mapped out everything since their day at Servite. Cantlay would play on the PGA Tour, and Roth would be his caddy. Cantlay and Roth had been planning this since they were in high school. When Roth was stuck by a car while walking across the street on his way to a restaurant in the middle of the night in Newport Beach, everything changed in an instant. He died in Cantlay's arms when he was only 24 years old, the victim of a hit-and-run driver who would later be sentenced to prison. It was just a freak, one-in-a-million kind of deal, Cantlay subsequently described the situation. After calling 911 and being drenched in blood when the ambulance came, Roth was proclaimed dead at the hospital after being pronounced dead. Cantlay spent the remainder of 2016 reclaiming his emotional and physical well-being after the accident. He admitted that there were times when it appeared as though nothing mattered, but when he returned to the game in 2017, it was as if he'd never been away from golf's upper crust. There was something deep within him that had remained unharmed throughout the ordeal. As a result of being restricted to limited activity in order to protect his L5 vertebrae, he completed his major medical extension in only his second appearance, finishing an eye-opening second in the Valspar Championship. More incredible, Cantlay made 13 cuts in 13 starts, and despite his limited schedule, he managed to make it all the way to the Tour Championship in Las Vegas. His first triumph came last October at the Shriners Hospital for Children Open in Las Vegas, the same tournament where Woods had made his breakthrough 21 years earlier. Cantlay had one-shot lead going into the final 9 holes of the recent Memorial Tournament presented by Nationwide, but he couldn't hold on and finished alone in 4th place. He was returned to a full-time schedule of games. Moving on to his lifestyle, even though Cantlay continues to live in a small apartment in California, he's recently taken up residence in a condominium rental in North Palm Beach, Florida. During the week, you'll find him at the Bears Club, where he'll be arguing with other 20-somethings like Justin Thomas rather than at Long Beach. While Patrick's grandfather, Pat Cantlay, isn't a big golfer anymore, he still mows the putting green in the backyard on a regular basis. Steve, Patrick's father, is past the prime of his golfing career. As a result of his experiences with them and other people, Patrick spends his spare time reading non-fiction books such as A Brief History of Time, The Selfish Gene, and A Lengthy History of General George Patton. His favorite book right now is Guns, Germs, and Steel, The Fates of Human Societies. I like reading about certain people, Cantlay says, and seeing if I can pick up anything that other successful people have done. He's not an e-book guy, incidentally. He likes the feel of the pages on his fingers, and he's careful not to treat any one account as gospel. Like with history, he says, you're not going to get an honest or a straight look from any one person. You've got to blend everyone's take, and that's the closest you're going to get. As ever, that philosophy extends to the golf course. If he's playing with Phil, his pal Valder explains, and Phil's good with wedges, Patrick is trying to learn how he does it. Before we jump into his net worth, be sure to subscribe your chance to win our monthly giveaway. Comment I sub down below in order to be entered. Now let's get into his net worth. In November 2017, he earned his first PGA Tour victory at the Shriners Hospital for Children Open, which was his second start of the 2017-18 season. He won a 3-man playoff over Alex Ejka and Kim Min Wee on the second extra hole of the second extra hole. This resulted in a $122,000 profit for him. The Memorial Tournament, which he won in both 2019 and 2021, has earned him the most money of any tournament that he had ever competed in, with an overall prize of $3.8 million. The BMW Championship, which Cantlay won in 2021, came back with a $1.7 million winner's check, which was presented to him. He has participated in this competition 5 times and has earned a total of $3.1 million in prize money as a result of his efforts. With this victory, he's earned a total of $22.2 million in prize money on the PGA Tour. Nonetheless, the $15 million he received for winning the Tour Championship and FedEx Cup in 2021 is not included in this figure. During the 2020 and 2021 season, he also won the Zozo Championship, which came with a cash prize of $1.4 million in addition to the championship. Because he also spent a significant amount of money during this period, estimations of Patrick Cantlay's net worth are extremely variable. However, the most frequently reported amount raised is approximately $17 million. Be sure to check out your favorite golf videos here, and I'll see you there.